Oh, hello Trade Pros. Hope you're doing well. I'm working on a new feature at Trade Pro Academy to help our elite team members identify the trend, direction, and sentiment in the market. Oftentimes as traders, we want to know where is the market headed next. And unfortunately, there is no surefire way to have an answer to that question. However, there are certain things that professional traders look at to help them assess the probability of the next move. And these are some of the instruments and mechanics I want to introduce you. Today I'm going to help you answer the question, how to know where the market's going. Let's turn around and jump right in, and I'll show you a little bit of what I'm working on. Let's go. Before we begin, I want to give you a quick little introduction and change the way that you think when you look at the market. A lot of times as traders, we think that the most important information is knowing where the market's going to go, because we presuppose that if we know that information, we're going to make money. Let's try out this little thought experiment. Let's assume it is now 9:30 in the morning and I'm telling you the S&P 500 futures are going to close at 2,940. And this morning we traded at 2,920. Now the question is, can you make money with that information? Sure. What do? You buy it at 9:30 and you hold it into the close and you made yourself 20 points. But if we introduce the dynamic of a stop loss and say that you only have 3 points to lose throughout the entire day, could you still make money throughout that session, even though you knew where the price is going to end up? And the answer to that is no. So before I show you this tool, I want to tell you that having an idea of where the market is going is great, but it's not information that you have to know in order to be profitable. Because wherever the market's going, that sentiment forms in real time. And even if you have an idea of what the market momentum is, executing on that momentum is the larger talent. And that's exactly what we teach in all of our Trade Pro subscriptions. Now let's jump in and let me show you how to gauge the market sentiment. I'm going to show you 3 tools that are super easy to use. Tool number 1, price action. Now let's look at this chart. I'm going to expand on the left hand side, and this is a chart of the S&P 500 futures. These are known as the ES or EP futures on the S&P 500. The market just reopened at 6 p.m. for the Globex session. In this tip, I'm going to tell you how to use price action as a trending sentiment indicator. First of all, ask yourself, in the most recent block of price action, in which case I'm going to highlight it right here on the screen, is the price forming new highs, which is called higher high, and is it forming higher lows? When you look at higher highs and higher lows, typically it will be established like this. So this is a higher high, price sells off, rallies back up, that's called a higher low. We break below the previous high, that's called a higher high. Higher low, higher high, etc. A market which has higher highs and higher lows is in an uptrend. And at the beginning as a new trader, you want to try to capitalize on the upside of this opportunity. Looking to sell a market that's in an uptrend is the #1 recipe for disaster for a new trader. A lot of the times your psychology goes like this: I didn't buy this market 20 points below, so now I'm going to short it. Because you're not long, that doesn't make it a good short opportunity. And the biggest tip I have for you is to stay with the trend. If the market is in an uptrend, look for a sell-off opportunity or a higher low to get long into. A downward market will look like lower lows and lower highs, and that's how you'll know it's in a down market. If you see a sequence of equal highs and equal lows, that's called a range and a consolidation. The market spends approximately 70% of its time in this type of market cycle. So be patient and you're going to have an opportunity exiting that consolidation during the next move. We also teach you consolidation trading strategies so you can capitalize on that time period as well. Tip number 2 is knowing the location of the prior day's highs, lows, open and close. The question is this: where are we today in relation to the previous day? If the opening price of today's session is higher than the previous day's close price, that is what we call a potential bullish market. Now, if that price is above the overnight high and above the open and above the previous day's close, that's an even more bullish sentiment. So what you want to look at is 5 key levels: yesterday's US session high, yesterday's US session low, yesterday's US session close, today's overnight session high and today's overnight session low. Those levels will help keep you on point with relation to the trend. And these levels work the same way like any other instrument. Ask yourself logically, wherever the price is now, what does that mean in relation to yesterday's close and yesterday's trading range? And that will give you a hint at where the market wants to go. Tip number 3, using the volume weighted average price. This is called a VWAP. As a day trader, it's an imperative tool to have on your charts. The volume weighted average price, or the VWAP, acts in accordance and similar to what a moving average is, except moving average only takes into account price. The VWAP also incorporates price and volume, two of the most important pieces of information that we have as traders. The VWAP looks like a moving average, and when in doubt, ask yourself the question, which way is the VWAP facing? On my chart here at the moment, you could see the VWAP as the purple line, and throughout the day session, it remained bullish. As we approach or sell off into a VWAP level in a trending up market, it's a great opportunity for a low risk, high probability long trade. And that's what we did in today's daily trading room. So that's the 3 tips I have for you. Number 1, look at price action to identify the next probable move. Number 2, use the 5 key levels I shared with you. And number 3, use the VWAP to keep you on the trend. But what if there was a better way? I'm going to show you a tool right now that'll help you at any point pinpoint the next move with high probability and a high degree of accuracy. Let me just show it to you in a moment. Let's get into it. I'm going to show it to you. Our elite members in their dashboard have access to this brand new tool. It's called the Elite Trend Tracker. Let me introduce you to it briefly. When you click on the Trend Tracker tool on our Elite Course section, you're going to notice a tool pops up. It's going to go through and ask you 13 specific questions, and depending on how you answer them, it'll spit out an answer to tell you what kind of market we're in. This helps you stay on track with the current momentum, allowing you to pick higher probability trade opportunities. This removes the confusion of where's the next best trade. Do I buy or do I sell? But how does this tool know the answer? Based on the information that you input and what's going on in the market in a real-time setting, it will give you and calculate the highest probable outcome. So let's do an example, and I'm going to walk you through this very briefly. One of the questions is, where's the price relative to the pivot point? And we teach you about this in our course. If the price is above the pivot, you simply click above the pivot, and it will go through and ask you a series of questions until you get to the very final answer. So let's fast forward and let's see what it tells us. And here we have it. Our Elite Trend Tracker is telling us that we're currently in a strong up market. And because we're in an up market, we're not looking to sell an up market opportunity. We're looking for a pullback for a long entry. As a new trader, you need to stick with the trend. Fading momentum or getting short in an up market is a highly sophisticated and experienced strategy that's best used once you have a couple months of consistent trading results under your belt. So this tool helps keep you on the right trend, and our elite members have already told us it's helping keeping them green. Alright Trade Pros, that's it for today. This tool is instantly available in our Trade Pro Elite membership subscription. As soon as you sign up, you'll have full access to this tool and more, including our daily live trading sessions, our 24/5 around-the-clock elite global trading room, our monthly coaching sessions, and our top-notch trading psychology course, developed on advanced neurolinguistics programming techniques used by the top 1% of the population, because they will help you succeed. I look forward to seeing you in our elite team, and I want to wish you the best of days. If you like this video, please hit the like button, comment, and share. Also, we'd love to have you part of our YouTube family. Please subscribe, and when you do subscribe, hit the bell on the top and you'll be notified of every single video that we create. We post daily and we got some great stuff coming your way. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day. It's back to work for me. See you later.